Shalom, my homies. Welcome to another exciting episode of Stacking Triggers, a casual podcast spike thing that for you and me and Bill. I fucked it up. It's okay. Bill, how are you?
I'm fantastic, Dan. I got to play some Magic in paper this week.
Was it good magic or was it standard?
I mean, it was standard, but
It's not real magic.
I was kind of playing modern, kind of, but that's not for right now.
That's true.
Also, I don't know if the audience heard it, but I didn't. I didn't hear the intro music.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh, I'm glad you did.
Well, whatever. Let's not reference that and move on to today's show. Today's show, we're going to talk about a lot of things, such as Bill's first experience with a Bandai card game. Boy, Bill's very happy about this and excited. And I've said, welcome to Bandai card games. Then we have, we're going to talk about the VML shutting down and what that means for the grand scope of things. And also kind of in tandem, what's going on with Magic Online and pricing in China and I think Ukraine specifically, which is weird. And I need to find it, but I know it happened, and I think the two are tied for a very important political reason. We also have this weekend's RCs. We're recording a little early, so we're not going to be able to talk about this weekend's RCs like going into day two. But we're going to talk about like what we're looking forward to, specifically what I'm looking forward to as somebody who's going to be playing in an RC. And finally, we have our Fortnite and card games, which we're going to talk about what we played this week. But first, we have our recurring segment that, boy, I sure didn't want to be a recurring segment. Where the fuck are my prizes? We have an update. So, after the episode last week, I DM'd the contact at the store, and the contact at the store said, I emailed saying, hey, just got an email saying my case turning order was completed. Was there supposed to be tracking info included? Person at the store says asking. I doubt it. They lazy. I don't know who they're asking, but they asked somebody. And then on January 18th, I get a tracking number. Finally get a tracking number. And I say, thanks. So
Thanks.
I open up the tracking number. And on the tracking number, it is this one right here. Now, I want everyone to take a note. There's 2 points of data that you need to see. 1, we are currently in pre-shipment. And 2, this label was created on January 15th. January 15th. As we record right now, Bill, what is today's date?
The 23rd of January.
That is correct. It has been over a week since this label was created.
Yeah. Data point number 3. This place is based out of Vegas.
Correct.
And this is coming from California.
Correct.
What?
Bill, at this point, I'm pretty sure I got fucking scammed.
I mean, you at least have a shipping label.
I have a shipping label. That doesn't fucking mean anything. So I'm going to message them tomorrow, Friday, and try to get an update and be like, hey, is this the correct tracking number? Because like this isn't anything. This is pre-shipment. And I've talked to a person who got 8th place.
Yeah,
because we are in the same Twitch chats, and I'm like, oh, I recognize your name. Hey, what's going on with you? They say all they have is pre-shipment. I've talked to the 2nd place person. They just have pre-shipment. So we're approaching 30 days here, which is roughly like that's like the bare minimum standard for these kind of events is 30 days after the event. And by the way, the Treasure Cup that I played in the prior weekend still have no tracking information, still have no idea about my pricing for that. It has been 30 days. So to name and shame again for everybody, it is the booster box.
Yeah.
For the Treasure Cup, and then People's Card Shop or People's Card Game, something like that. I can't. What is it? Hold on, let me double check here. It is the People's Card Shop in Las Vegas, Nevada. That is the one that is currently withholding all of my prizes. And this again, if this is your first time listening to the show, I won a case tournament. I am due 5 boxes of Emperors of the New World OP09. So like, and 8 people were receiving prizes from that. plus 8 other raffle winners receiving prizes. So 16 people receiving prizes. We shouldn't be taking what will now be 4 weeks to ship these prizes.
Yeah. That's like that sucks. Because you paid like $30, I think you said was the entry fee.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a bit of the Dollarinos.
Yep. And that's a standard price for like largely attended events. Like they got $30 from 108 people.
Yeah.
That's $3,000 right there. Quick math. 3240.
Yeah, quick math.
A case is about $1,300 roughly. So like already there on profit, they made $1,900, and then they likely paid this streamer, I don't know, I'm gonna say anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to promote their store.
Yeah,
because they're now doing weekly box tournaments. I don't know if anybody's received their prizes for any of the weekly box tournaments so far, but I mean, here we are. I'm borderline furious.
Yeah.
So
that's insane.
To finish, where the fuck are my prizes?
Where the
fuck are my prizes? I don't understand this. This is not hard.
Where's my money?
Where's my money? Hey, Dracula, you big fucking nerd. Where's my money? I hope everyone understands that reference. That's a reference from a Moon Knight comic. It was my favorite. I made a meme back when the stimulus checks were going out saying, hey, Biden, where's my fucking money, you nerd?
It's also a Family Guy reference.
Is it? Oh, yeah. They give me my money.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
I the Moon Knight thing is way funnier because it just makes no sense.
No, none at all.
I'm sure it does,
very right.
But like, whatever. All right, now let's get into the real segments. Fortnite and card games. Bill, let's start with you. As I've gone on a long rant, how was your Fortnite and card games?
Yeah, I've done great. Did standard twice in a row, but I've been playing Boros Burn in standard. So it's modern burn essentially, except the creatures are different.
True.
Yeah.
You have Swift Spear still, so I mean, there's
that.
Yep.
There's Swifty,
Slick Shot.
Slick Shot, yeah, but that's not really in burn. You could. Been doing better though. It's been a lot nicer. Somebody's been bringing a life gain deck, like a Soul Sister style.
I hope you've packed your Screaming Nemesis.
You mean the $50 card I don't have?
It's not $50 anymore.
It's like $40. At least it wasn't.
That is a wrong price. I can tell you they're around $20 now.
Oh, did they drop? Because
they dropped precipitously. Because I just traded in mine into the store and it was like $22 on TCG Player. So
now I'm looking it up.
Yeah. So now's the time, everybody.
27.
Yeah, it's in the 20s versus like
it was almost 40.
The peak. Yeah.
Okay. Either way, I don't have those, which is fine. But just keep their creatures off the board, and then you win.
That's true.
Yeah. So I just point everything, all the burn at the creatures, and my dudes do the rest. So that was good. That was like the fastest game last week was against the life gain player.
Interesting.
Yeah, he just kept putting one creature out at a time.
Oh, well, then you just lose.
Yeah, he did. But that was good. This week, and so I actually went 2-1 and took second. This week I went 2-1 again, but with a bye. And that was took fourth because breakers were bad.
Yes, Magic actively punishes you for having a bye versus Bandai that actively rewards you for having a bye.
Yeah. I lost by like opponent match win 5.4%.
Yeah, and if your opponent match win, like if a bye was just 50%, which it just should be for like that should be the standard. A bye is 50% for opponent match win percentage.
Yep. That'd be nice.
Instead of 100 or 0. It makes no sense. 100 for I'm still fucking mad about that.
I know.
I'm still like, because I could have played at fucking Nats this year if that guy doesn't get that buy. That's crazy.
That's insane. But yeah, it was nice. It was dandy. We did. I did the thing. Haven't been really playing a whole lot. Had a death in the family, so I have a funeral to go to over the weekend. That's why we're recording early. So Magic has not really been at my forefront. Also, just with the Gundam TCG coming, I'm getting really excited about that. Yeah. How about you, Dan? What did you do? Did you play any Fortnites?
I played Modern on Saturday. So I played like 3 instances of Modern. I played Modern on last Wednesday. What build did I play? I played a build of Murktide that I did not like. Like I was just like, I played 3 games of it and like, this build fucking sucks. This build blows. I hate this main deck. And I went like 1 and 2, or no, I went 0-2 drop. I lost to Titan and I lost to something else. I can't remember. But so I come back with a list that won a challenge on Saturday. It's a Modern Cash tournament. $25 entry, full prize payout to top 3, and then also winner gets a Green Sun Zenith.
Ooh.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try this new Murktide build. I don't remember whose it is, but credit to you, your main deck is impeccable. The main deck is incredible. I love the main deck so much. I think it was a Japanese player actually. Let me see if I still have it here. I don't. I think it was Yuya something. They played in an event over in Japan, and I was like, I like this list. It has Drown in the Lock, which is probably the worst card in the list. But I proceeded to go 3-0, winning $100 and Green Sun Zenith. I played against the Mirror, which I do not lose the Mirror. I don't. I think I have like a 75% win rate against the Mirror. That's how good I am at playing the Mirror.
That's crazy.
Which is kind of why I was really hoping that Murktide would be the best deck in the format. Coming out of the bans, because I just wanted to play a bunch of Murktide mirrors and use my experience to beat people and just be better than people in the mirror. Round 2 was against Affinity, which is historically a horrific matchup for Murktide. If they get like a couple Ursa Sagas and you have no way of dealing with the Ursa Saga, you just kind of get outvalued because their one card gained them constructs, which are using spells on, and a thing, any artifact whatsoever. It's likely going to be graveyard hate, but any artifact whatsoever. I won 2-1. I lost to a resolved Kappa Cannoneer. Yeah. So
no.
So that card is like next to impossible for anybody to deal with, except for like Murktide on the stack.
Agreed. Yeah,
that's about it.
That thing's impossible.
Yeah, because also remember they have access to Metallic Rebuke, so they just go, "Oh, you're swinging at my cat, or you're trying to kill my Kappa Cannoneer. All right, pay the ward 4. Okay, now Metallic Rebuke you." And I'm like, oh, fuck off.
And they've got their fucking what's it called? Force of Negations too. They're running Force of Negation main most of the time too. Like 2 of them. They run 2 main and then 2 in the side.
Those are the sideboard cards only. Whoever's running Forces main is wrong.
They took 7th in the 64 challenge 2 weeks ago.
It's a 64 challenge. I care more about the super qualifier and the mocks right now.
Yeah.
I think those are better indications of like what's actually going on in the meta. But I mean, good for that person. But like that, I think that's objectively wrong. And then in the finals, I beat Prowess. It's the person who always plays Prowess. I won 2-0. Hey, Murktide go burr. Man. Prowess just can't beat a Murktide. Like they have, like he showed me like Vapor Snag, and
is it Prowess?
Yeah.
Oh,
Vapor Snag and I think Path, and I'm like, okay, so I should have brought in Mystical Disputes, but okay, because he brought in like Spell Pierces and shit, and I'm like, yeah, this all makes sense, but like my stuff's just way better than your stuff, so
Yeah.
And then I took the list to Wednesday, and I went 1 and 2 because bullshittery. I lost to Belcher round 1. He showed me a mind break trap in game 3, and I thought that it's correct. Against Murktide, you bring that in. I thought that it was 3 spells cast on the stack. And so I had a consigned to memory, and I thought the copy also was considered a spell, so I didn't want him to mind break trap me. So I just replicated one time, or I didn't replicate at all, and went consign your Belcher, and he went force negation, and I lost because I didn't have land plus sink into stupor.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, I just lose there, and then I punted, and I realized it afterwards that like no, replicate doesn't count. I have to have cast 3 spells. So he was like, yeah, if you replicate there, you just probably win the game. Because I had a frog. I had a 4 or 5 frog on the battlefield. Like he just can't win. You just don't win from that spot.
Thick boy.
Thick boy. So yeah, that was a punt. And then I played team or something. I don't fucking know, dude. He didn't actually show me a win con. Like I'm just playing, and he just keeps playing. Like he plays Growth Spiral, and I'm like,
what was that deck? Forever ago, it had it.
I thought it was a Wilderness Reclamation combo, but I'm just like, I never saw a Wilderness Reclamation. I don't know why there were Teamer lands. Like if you're just gonna play Is It Wizards, like it was just Is It Wizards, but like with like Growth Spiral for some reason. And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll spell snare your Growth Spiral. All right, continue. Let's get. All right, here's a frog. And they go, I'll bolt the frog. And I go, okay, I'll just pitch my whole hand to the bolt. All right, bye. You're dead. But like game 2, I drew no threats. And this was a recurring theme. Because I won game 3. And then in round 3, I played against Hollow One. And I successfully, I fucking hit. That deck is so stupid. That deck, I actually just want the 60 card package to be completely banned. Because it's just like a casino. It's a fucking casino.
I love
that deck does fucking nothing or does fucking everything, and I hate it. It's so bad. It's some of the worst deck design I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. But in game 1, I like control everything. I'm like, this is great. I'm doing great. I sure need a threat.
Yeah.
And we're on like turn 10. I've seen probably about 25 cards. I draw into 0 Psychic Frog, 0 Abhorrent Oculus, and 0 Murktide.
Jeez.
I don't draw into a fucking threat the entire game. Not even one in my graveyard. I have an Unearth sitting in my hand the whole fucking game, just rotting.
Ugh.
So yeah, I was so fucking mad after that game because I'm just like, where the fuck are my threats? How do I go through 25 cards and not see a threat? Are you insane? Is this a real game? This can't be a real game. Game 2 lasts probably 30 minutes. Jeez. And like we're just like trading resources back and forth, and I'm just like, how do I lose this one? Like I just had such a like the advantage bar was so fucking high. Like I fucking he goes I think he swings like his Phoenix at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I block with my Psychic Frog, and I'm like, well, you've only seen like 20 cards. There's no way there's no way you're sitting on second bolt. And he shows me second bolt, and I'm like, I want to fucking kill somebody right now. I don't deserve to lose this match right now. I don't deserve to lose this match. This is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. I proceed to lose, and I'm just like I legitimately cannot believe I've lost this game. I don't know how you couldn't pay me to watch back that entire fucking match and say this is how you lost. I can't figure it out. There's no specific reason. I was so pissed off.
I could tell.
I fucking hate Hollow One. Please don't play Hollow One. You are a fucking dog shit player if you want to play Hollow One. That includes you, Bill. Dog shit player. Don't play Hollow One.
I love being a dog shit player.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Just literally just take a 6-shooter and fucking pump it into your nutsack instead. You will have a better time, and everyone else will be more thankful for that. I fucking hate that deck. Fucking do nothing or do everything bullshit ass deck. All right, now let's move on to our next segment. It's Bill time to rant. Bill, it's your first Bandai card game. Sign-ups went up for the store beta events for Gundam. You were very excited about them last week or last episode on the podcast, and then they went up. And tell us about it.
Yeah. So first of all, for some reason, everywhere in my area, except for like 4 stores, so like 4 out of the 8 possibilities, decided to have their event on the 1st. So, well, shit, that scraps that day. I could only go to 1. I go through, I find one that's like kind of close to me at a store that I thought was okay. I was like, okay, I'll apply for this one. And I get in. I'm like the first one in. Yay. I later then read the fine print of the event saying that they have a limited number and that some of them have already been given priority to their regular players. Meaning, I should probably figure out like if I actually have this or not.
Right.
But actually no, I didn't figure that out. No. What ended up happening, or what happened was I then registered for a second store that did not have that in the description. And then like a couple hours later, I got a message on the Bandai app from the store being like, yeah, you've been dropped. Sorry. The event shouldn't have gone up like this. Are bad. And I'm like, are you kidding me? There's like 24 people registered to your event. Why are you doing this? This is insanity. I think they were going to charge $80 a kit.
Which I think it's 70 MSRP.
Yeah, it's like 69 MSRP.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, 79. Yeah, nice number. Yeah, so that happened. And then I got into the second store. And the second store is nice. The price is $70. I actually called and confirmed them a couple days later, being like, hey, I'm seeing some people on Reddit be like, hey, I ended up calling the store and they said, no, you're not actually in. JK.
Right.
And it's like, cool. Well, this place is cool. They're saying if you're in and you're like within the first X number of people, you're in unless you don't show up on time, and then your spot's given away. Acceptable. The other stores in the area, a lot of them did not even let you register through the Bandai app. And they have special drawings that are going to be happening at random times, apparently. Like the other store I wanted to go to, it's they're saying there's going to be a drawing on Saturday. In their Discord, by the way. Nowhere else have they said this.
Yep.
And they didn't say even on their Discord when this was going to be.
Right.
Cost is $100 to $120.
I'm not going to that. I'm sorry.
I'm not either. And they are the only store going that big.
I understand 80.
Me too. You need a little bit.
Make a little bit of money off of it. That's fine. Make $10 per. It's I think 8 to 16 people, so make $80 to $160 off the event. That's fine.
I think that's perfectly reasonable. Heck, even if they were up to 90, right? That's $20 per person. That's really pushing it, in my opinion.
That's definitely pushing it.
But to go above 100 is greedy.
Yes,
and should not be done. Kind of feels bad. Also, it's dog shit that these stores are allowed to have events that are not specifically processed through the app.
Yes, but this happens. Unfortunately, this is what happens with Bandai events. There are multiple stores in my area that did this exact same thing, and I just didn't apply for them because I said, fuck you.
Yeah, like that's the thing. So like I'm only going to the one that I got into that followed like what the process looked like it should have been. Because like I can't justify spending $100.
Right. Correct.
Yeah, like it's push it like for me, it's actually pushing it at $69.
Valid.
But like, you know, that's annoying. It's very annoying, and I'm very upset with this. And my survey is going to like I hope that I get a survey in the email because it seems like people got surveys previously, like at the bigger events in like Houston and stuff.
Yes, you do get surveys post event if you attend.
I will be attending.
Right.
Don't you worry.
So yeah, this is Bandai. This is how
sucks.
stores treat Bandai, and it sucks. It sucks. Like people overcharge for any Bandai product, and it's because Bandai is really weird with how they distribute their product.
I have news on that for you, by the way.
Which like there are stores that I see that sell Bandai product for exactly MSRP. One Piece boxes for exactly at Bandai MSRP. There are stores that sell them for like TCG player prices, and I'm just like, I get you need your scratch, man, but like, I'd go to TCG player if I want to pay those prices. Like you're a store, a store. Just you got them for a distributor price. You're telling me you need to be that fucking greedy?
Yeah, exactly. So actually, I was talking to my store LGS owner today about the card game, and he said that with with Gundam, it's not print to order like One Piece. They could just sign up and just because they're going to go through all the distributors, so it's like 6 distributors instead of just the 2 that One Piece goes through.
By the way, that's fucking insane. There are 2 distributors for One Piece.
Yeah,
it is a massive card game. Yeah. It's not Magic level, but I would say it's like on the level of like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon,
Lorcana,
probably. This is just an assumption. I have no facts backing this up, but like, that is the problem with One Piece is that there's a distinct lack of product. Premium Booster 1 had 1 print run, and all the alt arts from that are astronomically expensive for no reason. And EBO 1 had 1 print run, and all the alt arts from all the cards. There are cards that are not even remotely fucking playable. There are cards from that set that are fucking like they're like at least $5 minimum, and the cards that are playable are so fucking expensive. Like there's a Brook alt art that's $60. There's a Laboon alt art that's $60, and Laboon is also like the regular art is like $40, and it's like, guys, this is an SR. What are we talking about?
My LG owner was also upset about the print run though, because he had not upset. He just complained a little bit, like how he had a Sanji that was like $1,500 and it dropped down to like $850 at one point. I don't know. He was talking about some Sanji card or something that was like worth on TCG Player like $1,500.
I have to think.
I don't know, man.
No, because the only Sanji that would be that amount of money would be a manga, and I'm fairly confident there is not a Sanji manga card. So he has to have just picked up like a regional card,
maybe
like a winter pack card or something from like that. I don't know. That is not correct. Like his prices are not right.
I don't know where he's getting his prices. Okay,
that price is not right.
Maybe it wasn't Sanji. Maybe it was some other character, and I don't remember because the brain don't work.
Yeah, I'm going through all the mangas, and Sanji is not a manga.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it has to be another. Is it Shanks?
Oh, it might have been Shanks.
All right. So here's the thing: OPO 9. There's 5 manga slots. All right. It's an anniversary set. they do this where they give like print multiple manga slots.
Yeah.
Shanks is a $600 something manga card because it's not the Chase manga, which is currently $3,200. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah. So here's the thing. He also I was probably looking at pre-sale prices, and yeah, it was around $1,600 for pre-sale prices, and then people started like cracking packs, and then the price drops as per usual. This is how it goes every fucking time. If you want something, wait until 2 weeks after actual release when all the product has been opened and people start wanting to move their shit.
Yeah. Like this Innistrad stuff, right? Like that drops this weekend.
This weekend. Wait 2 weeks.
I haven't even looked at what's in it.
I
have no interest in it right now.
Yep. I have other cards that I will buy from. I will buy singles, as per usual.
Yeah.
Unless I'm trying to rip exactly Abhorrent Oculus from Duskmorn because the store. Oh, I found out what fucking happened with that. I was talking to the store owner. He went, "Oh yeah, the person who was uploading everything double uploaded everything." So we only had 2 copies of Abhorrent Oculus at the time, but it got double uploaded to say 4, and I'm just like,
that's upsetting.
I got really upset. I was like, man, if you weren't serving me a pizza right now, I would cuss you out. Because I would have gone to other stores to get this fucking Abhorrent Oculus before it like rose up in price to I think it's now like $40.
$40.
I mean, that's fine. I got 3 for $8 and 1 for $32 plus like 3 boxes of fucking Duskmorn. So like whatever. But yeah, Bill, anything else you want to talk about with this whole shtick?
Only thing I really, really, really hope is that it goes better after the closer we get to July.
Yeah. There's going to be sealed events. There's going to be like deck sealed events, I guarantee. One Piece just had a set or just had 6 starter decks release, and they had like a sealed starter deck battle where it's like, all right, everyone takes a starter deck. Well, it fights each other with it.
I noticed. Sorry, I noticed that the release date for the starter decks is a week before the sealed product gets released.
Yes.
Right? So I'm assuming they're going to do the same kind of a thing.
I would assume there's going to be like a sealed deck battle where everyone's going to pick, one of the 4 starter decks and then, battle against each other, and then you get a winner card.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have it here. My winner card is the foil version of this card.
I hope there's good winner cards.
I hope it's better than Whitebeard Pirates event, a card that is not even played.
Right now it seems like there's like for the beta event, there's like a, what is it called, Bill? Like an EX resource, like a fancy one.
Yeah, that sounds right. So One Piece has Dawn or sometimes fancy. Allow me to show you. Oh, it's not in that pile. Oh, it's right there. All right. So this is a Dawn you got from a pre-release event.
That's pretty fancy looking.
It's very fancy looking. So like they're gonna do the same thing. Yeah. There's going to be a probably 1 to 2 per box EX resource or resource in the first set that's going to have art on it, because they do that with One Piece where every set has a Dawn that is a special printing.
Yeah, I know with the beta boxes, there's the opportunity to get like a completely blinged out EX resource deck, but that apparently is super rare.
All right, here's the thing: EX resource is only for people on the draw. It's just resource.
Sorry,
there's an EX base and there's an EX resource, and you start. Each player starts with an EX base.
Okay.
The EX resource goes to the person on the draw.
I don't even know the rules. I'm just happy to have robots fighting each other.
All right, well, you're going to be so cooked for this pre-release event.
It's going to be fine. I just know that green-blue seems to be the best right now.
That is true. Hey, blue has card draw. Who would have guessed? All right. Now let's talk about the VML. All right. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, it's the Venus Mercury League, is what I've been told on Twitter. If that's wrong, don't come for me. I was told it's the Venus and Mercury League. They don't have what it stands for on their website at all for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
That seems like a bad thing. You should tell people what your thing is. All right. So I'm sharing here their statement. I'm going to read a little bit from it. So this was posted on, I think, Monday. We are sad to announce that we have been told by Wizards that they will no longer support the VML program with either funding or invites to organize play. Without this support, especially the invites, it is impossible for the league to continue, and there'll be no more VML seasons going forward. Ellipsis. We are also proud of the change we've created in the broader sense. The Magic community is a much more diverse, vibrant, and inclusive place than it was 5 years ago. The gender balance at in-person events has improved significantly, and the overall image of the game has changed for the better. We don't claim to have caused all of that, but we are happy knowing our efforts have played a part. Bill, hey, it's really important that we get people of disadvantaged identification, I guess is the best way for me to say it, to participate in Magic the Gathering, because the wider the card base, the better we all are.
Yeah. Because yeah, I agree. It's just I don't understand why there's so much upset around this kind of stuff. I really don't. Like, it's not hurting you. It doesn't hurt anybody that they have like a space for them to play or their own league. Why does it hurt anybody? Why do people get upset about this? This is stupid stuff to get upset about. I'm upset that it's being taken away.
I'm upset it's being taken away too. It like what is like who okay. Chuds. Does this actually affect you in any way, shape? Does like women and trans people and gay people getting into Magic, how does this injure you in any way, shape, or form?
It does not. Not me.
Right.
Anyway.
Right, but note how I started my sentence with chuds.
Oh,
you are not a chud. Chuds. How does this affect you in any way, shape, or form? How does this hurt you? I don't understand that. Like, that's the thing. Like, a big thing is like, we have 2 trans women who play Modern regularly at the store. Mm-hmm. We have 1 black guy who plays at the store regularly.
Yeah.
That's it. And then we have like a bunch of white guys.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's great. We have an Asian girl who plays sometimes, whenever her and her husband show up. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I think the world's better whenever you give more opportunities to everybody.
I like the idea of firing every week.
Yeah, I like the idea
like
of firing every
week. Why do we not, like, who cares who's in the seat?
Yeah.
If they could play and they're following the rules.
And they don't smell.
And they don't smell. Yes.
As long as they don't smell, chuds, they're fine. Chuds.
Yeah. Like, this is getting to be ridiculous. Like, it's... I'm at a loss for words, because I'm like, why do we have to have this conversation even? Like, why is this a conversation?
Oh, I'll tell you why. Hey, when was this announcement made?
Oh, the timing of the announcement was very interesting. It was made on Inauguration Day.
Yeah. So they knew about this for a while and had been sitting on it, but couldn't make an official announcement until the 20th, which is Inauguration Day, which is definitely something. All right.
So who made the announcement?
VML put out this statement themselves. Wizards has, I believe, yet to comment.
Okay.
That's interesting. I didn't watch the debut stream for Aether Drift, so I don't know how much Blake was harassed into talking about VML, but I also didn't see a clip on Reddit about Blake talking about VML, so I'm going to assume if he was pestered about it, he completely ignored it, which sure.
Yeah, like, that's like, my thing is like, I'm sorry, like I have deleted Twitter, I've deleted Instagram, Facebook, everything except for Reddit, YouTube, and Blue Sky. Right.
Yes.
Like so I get very little anymore. So
And I'm trying to find what ties into this whole thing. Because there was a whole thing. There was a play announcement. Then I have to find it. That I'm gonna just latest news. How does latest news sound? That sounds good to me, Dan. All right, continue. Is it this one? Sorry, looking. I should have had this ready. I've started to get this ready. It's not in Arena. Okay, so it's not that one, which means it's in another one also on the 20th. Okay, it's not there either. Where the fuck is this? All right, so I'm just gonna share. Ooh, is it here? Here we go. All right. Let's share this page. So this comes from Wizards themselves. And apparently that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Thank you. So this is about the Arena Direct for Duskmorn. Now, Bill.
Okay.
Note how it says January 24th, blah, 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 blah. All this good stuff.
Yeah.
And then we have the Arena Direct official terms and conditions. Now,
last update January 10th.
So, last updated January 10th. Please look at participation eligibility, line 2 here. So I'm going to skip ahead to the juicy part, the part we need to care about. The Arena Direct is void where prohibited, including the following regions and territories: Belarus, the Central African Republic, the Crimea region, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Cuba, Eritrea. Is that a new country? Huh. I didn't know there was a new country. Guinea-Bissau, Iran, Iraq, Lebanon, Liberia, Libya, Myanmar, Burma, North Korea, Russia, Somalia, Sudan, South Sudan, and Syria. Physical prizes are only available in the following regions. This actually doesn't have anything that I wanted. All right, I'm going to share a different screen. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. There's a different screen to
This
share.
is something that I don't know about.
All right, here it is. All right, so this was random. So this was somewhere. I don't know where this comes from. But additionally, the following players and regions and territories are prohibited from participating. This is something from MTGO, and I know a lot of people were talking about regarding MTGO.
Yes.
Here it says, additionally, players in the following regions and territories are prohibited from participating. I believe this is anything that pays out prizes. Anything. That's even magic, like even play points. They can't participate. Belarus, the Central African region, the Crimea region, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Cuba. Oh, this is all the same things.
Yeah,
but
they're all the same countries. Yeah,
they're all the same countries. But China has also been added to this list.
One, I didn't know MTGO was in China.
In fairness, I also didn't know it was in China. I'm actually surprised it's in China.
Me too.
Because China doesn't like people knowing things.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's another one. I found another one that actually has all the requisite information I was looking for. Good job, me. You finally found it.
Good job. I'm proud.
And it's... Sorry, I'm getting there. Is it this one? Yes. All right. Players must be Magic Online account holders, blah, 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 blah. To participate in Magic Online Premier Play, the following requirements must be met. Let's skip down. Prizes are not available to residents in the following countries: China, Crimea, Cuba, Iran, North Korea, Russian Federation, Sudan, South Sudan, Syria, Ukraine, and Venezuela.
Yeah. So this tells me that there was an update on the... There's a list.
There's a list.
There's a list that the government has that if you send any type of monetary funds to, you have to disclose it in certain ways to show that you're not funding terrorist organizations. Right. And so that has been deemed probably too difficult to figure out for these countries for MTGO.
Yep.
And Magic in general. And
Yep.
so that's probably where this is coming from.
Probably. However,
because you have to also think too, right? Like there were some new terrorist organizations designated by the government, and unfortunately, where some of them live is also in Brazil. So
interesting. All right. So, yeah. So everyone noticed this as of election day. So this is likely the reason I bring both of these things up together is they are likely intertwined in some way, that the government has put some screws to companies, and companies have to abide by these new rules.
So the one with the VML, I do not think is forced. I think that is we're doing this so we don't get looked at.
Sure.
But this is definitely probably like a forced thing through laws, or we want to make sure we're not breaking a law, so this is why we're doing this.
Yeah. I wish Wizards would come out and say something.
It would be nice.
And just like give pure transparency and be like, look, we are doing this because we need to be compliant with new US laws.
Yeah.
Or like new US restrictions or whatever. I know like it's likely not a law because or it would have to come down as like an executive order or something like that, because we'd have to go through a whole congressional cycle to get that passed. But
yeah, that's unfortunately a lot of the executive orders that have been passed recently have been very thick binders.
Yeah, which have definitely been read and definitely weren't just like, well, this was put on my desk, so I'll just sign it.
Correct.
Okay. So that's this. I think these are a bit more intertwined than everybody realizes. So
agreed.
Just think about that. I know it's a weird situation going on. Weird being the kindest word I could use to describe it currently.
I don't want to sugarcoat it. We are quote unquote in unprecedented times.
Again.
Can
we stop? Can we stop?
Please.
Can I live in precedented times? Please. I'm just asking one person if I could just live in precedented times.
Yeah, like can we live in Easy Street 1960s, 80s, you know?
But people of color and gay people and anybody in the LGBTQ community and women all have rights.
Everybody has rights.
Everybody has rights. But we live in those times, but everybody has rights. That's I don't think that's that hard.
I agree. I don't think it's hard to say people have rights.
Yeah, people should have rights.
Yeah.
I think that's easy. All right. Speaking of rights, Bill, it's time to talk about this weekend's RCs. So, as somebody who will be participating in the RCs in Charlotte, I'm very interested. I'm watching very closely these RCs, because these will likely be precursors to what I will have to play in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, is there anything you're looking forward to from these RCs?
That's gonna be hard. I'm looking forward to see Hollow One. I want to see Hollow One. I want to see Hollow One top 20. I want to see a top 20 Hollow One deck. I want to see it.
You know that person's fucking stacking, right?
Yeah.
If that happens, I will immediately and libelously go on Twitter and say this person has to be stacking.
The trigger.
And none of you caught this.
It'll be fantastic.
All right. Well, as for me, I need to know if the Sewers deck is real.
What's the Sewers deck?
So, Bill, it is the deck I was like, hey, I need you to put this together because I need to practice against this. It is called Black White Sewers. And the reason it's called Black White Sewers is because it's full of little shitters. And what do you find in the sewers? Little shitters.
So far the practice has been pretty good.
Your practices have been good. I have not played. I still have not played against this deck. So, for those of you who are unaware, it is an Overlord of the Baelmerk and
Felia.
Felia deck.
Puppies.
Felia, Exuberant Shepherd.
Yeah.
So, and then it is centered around like Aether Vial and other blinking effects such as Ephemerate, Flicker Wisp, that kind of stuff.
I must be
to cheat in and cheat costs on certain cards that you are playing. So Overlord of the Baelmerk says impending, pay 1 in a black. You pay this, you play this as an enchantment, and then it has 5 time counters or something like that. And then at the end, at each end step, you remove a time counter. Well, Phalia says blink a permanent you have in and out of existence. And then, so here's the thing: Phalia attacks, blinks the Baelmerk, and then the Baelmerk will re-enter, except because it wasn't cast for its impending cost, it will just be a 5/5.
Yeah, and get you something from the graveyard, like
and plus ones. So
yeah,
it will just continuously +1 until you kill it. And hey, it's a 5 mana 5/5. So it's really hard. It's really hard to kill.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I do say 5 mana 5/5 because like you can't push it at all. You have to have like Static Prison or like 5 energy or shoot the sheriff.
Shoot the sheriff.
Yeah, or if you're a new Murktide player, a Blood Chief's Thirst, which I think is the worst thing I've ever seen. Although I think that's not for Baelmerk. I think that's just for flipped Tamios and flipped Ajani's.
Yeah.
Do you know what Blood Chief's Thirst does?
No.
It's a 1 black mana for a sorcery that says destroy target creature or planeswalker, mana value 2 or less.
How does it hit the Baelmerk? Oh, it
doesn't. And then also it has kicker for 2 and a black that says just destroy a creature or planeswalker instead.
Oh.
For 4 mana.
For 4? What? You're still positive on the mana?
I mean, technically, but also not at all. Yeah, so that is the deck I am most looking forward to seeing how it goes. Notoriously, Murktide has a bad time against little shitters.
Yeah, this is also like Felia can shrink your Murktide.
Yeah, Felia and Frog.
And Frog, yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see how well this does. I will not really consider this a real deck unless it gets like 2 top 32 slots. It has to get 2 top 32 slots.
I think it can. I think it can.
And I think it can. I think it's strong, and therefore, boy, am I fucking terrified.
It's so far like I'm playing it actually right now. But like so far, like I can be pretty brainless, and
that's interesting,
and still get through. There's a couple spots where like if you fetch wrong, you fucked yourself. But
sure.
But yeah.
So I had to change my sideboard because I'm fucking scared of this deck. Like I'm now back on Toxic Deluge, and I'm playing 3 Stern Scoldings.
Yeah.
And here's the problem though. Aether Vial exists, and Aether Vial is not a cast. It just says put it onto the battlefield. So yeah, I'm fucking terrified of this deck. I'm terrified. I am so scared of this deck. So
yeah, it doesn't do well against combo. There's not a whole lot of interaction.
I think you can play through it.
It depends.
You obviously have to see your pieces, but like if you have Aven Interrupter against Breach, what does Breach do?
Oh yeah, they can't do anything.
They can't do shit. All right, I'll pay 3 mana or I'll pay 2 mana for Underworld Breach. All right, I'll pay 3 mana for Unholy Heat. That's my turn. Go.
Yeah.
They have to have Grinding Station already on the battlefield, and then they have to have everything else in the combo. And you have shit like Bogart Trawler, Kataki. Although Kataki is more for like pure affinity than it is for.
Yeah. You also have stuff though too. Like so, depending on their win con, right? Like if they have the Thassa's Oracle, you could just solitude the Oracle with the trigger on the stack.
That's not how that works.
I'm pretty sure you can. You can't. Is it when you cast? Like when the trigger goes on the stack? Is that when it gets evaluated?
No, it has an ETB.
Right. When this creature enters, but that ETB though has to have.
So it's as it enters, it does the thing.
It draws a couple cards. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of a different line. So I was in an online game the other day, and somebody had 3 cards left in deck, and they had a Emery, and then they played their thingy, their creature, the Oracle. And so if I would have solituded the Oracle or the Emery, they would have lost.
How?
Because they had 3 cards in deck, right? And so their devotion would have been only 2.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, they would have only had they would have had like 1 draw step.
Right.
To win. Yeah.
And then like
yeah.
But like the line there, I don't know how much mana they had this time. The line there is to unholy heat your own Thassa's Oracle and then just recast it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they had that because they were still learning the deck. But
oh well,
yeah, I misplayed it too. But
yes, you did. You said how you misplayed it. But yeah. So yeah, I'm looking to see where Sewers is. Also, I'm kind of curious where Breach is.
There's a lot of talk of that. Like, do we need to ban Breach at this point?
And I think the answer is yes.
Really?
And I'm in the Breach Discord, and Corey Bowmeister for the last 6 months has been saying, I sure hope they don't ban Breach. Because, like, remember, I played that deck, and I didn't really, like, get amazing practice with it. I just kind of, like,
you had a really
it up.
Though. Yeah.
I had an incredibly high win rate. And I was playing super suboptimally a lot of the time.
But that's because everybody's geared towards energy, though. Or was.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I got hit with a Stony Silence, and I never played the deck again. Also, I didn't have Mox Opals, but yeah. So if you're, and that's the other thing too, is Sewers has Stony Silence on the sideboard.
Yeah, they do.
and boy, can fucking Breach not do a goddamn thing with Stony Silences on the board. Like they can't even draw with like Mengu brings it up.
Can't activate clues.
You can't activate clues. You can't grind. You can't even bobble.
Nope.
So like, what do? You just kind of sit there hoping you draw your cards.
Karnstruck.
Yeah, you have to devote to a Karnstruck plan. And hey, when I go Stony Silence plus Felia, your Karnstrucks don't fucking matter anymore because it's blink your Karnstruck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Mengu brought it up. It's like, all right, yeah, you have Graveyard Hate. Cool, they can still draw. Oh, you have things that say sacrifice your artifacts. That's cool. Or like you have things that destroy their artifacts with Meltdown. That's cool. They have a graveyard.
Yeah.
Stony Silence says, I don't care about any of those things.
Just don't activate your shit.
You don't get the combo while I live on the battlefield.
Yeah.
So
but it's also Teamer Breach too, though, right? Like they should have.
Yeah, they have like Nature's Claims and Besajus. So like, yeah, they do have outs, but like
it's hard.
Your out is like your top 15 cards, and you're likely running 1, maybe 2 Besajus main, and then you have maybe 3 Nature's Claims and maybe another Besaju in the side. So you have 5 answers to this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And when you have 5 answers in a 60 card deck, and you have no draw power to pick it up because you're not playing Preordains. You're just relying on like Emery to grind or Emery to mill, and also Malevolent Rumble mills over your Nature's Claims, and you can't get them back up. You can't pick them back up.
Yep.
So
you have to get a Breach out somehow to play it.
Yep. And you likely don't actually have green mana because you were using Mox Opal for it, and now you can't activate Mox Opal.
Yeah. Hey, I see why it's in the sideboard now, and I probably should have had it last game.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's
But
excellent against Breach.
Yeah.
It's why, Piganti of Merc Guides is playing Esper. It's why he's splashing Esper for pest control, which is insane against Breach to a degree, but also insane against like energy and not sewers. It doesn't do anything on sewers. It hits the Orc Army tokens and the Aether Vials, which is bad. You don't play it.
Yeah, that's the only thing it hits.
Yeah, actually, with the sewers deck, you play pest control because
your shit's immune.
Your shit's immune.
Yeah.
So you hit like energy and you hit Breach with that. And then also playing Stony Silence out of the side. Like that's what the splash, because like it is the silver bullet against the Breach deck.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to play too. Like, because you get to tutor up stuff all the time because you have recruited the guards. You have your answers at your fingertips.
Yeah, I have most of the cards. I've ordered them from an LGS for like the remaining ones, I believe, as I try to find where the fucking deck is.
Mm-hmm.
It's right here. I have most of them. I'm still waiting to pick up that order, which will get me most of the rest of them. I think I need maybe one more shadowy backstreet. Maybe. We'll see. But
I think you only run 2.
Right, and I have 1. So I'm thinking if I can get away with just not playing a place.
I think you'd be okay with just 1.
Yeah. And then from there, it's like figuring out ratios. Like, do I fucking play this card? Who knows?
Yeah, I see that comes in and out depending on who's playing. It's really funny if you blink that a couple times.
Yeah, the line, for those of you who are unaware, is you play Tide Hollow Sculler. With the trigger on the stack, you ephemerate it or flicker wisp it. And then the card you take with that trigger or with that trigger on the stack goes away forever.
It's gone.
Forever. So, yeah, you're vibing. But, yeah, we'll see. This might be a deck I actually play. We'll see. I can't say for sure.
I saw the card you just hand. I don't know its freaking name. I saw
Tide Hollow Sculler?
Yeah, I saw a playset at my store last week, and I was like, wait, I just saw this in that black-white deck the other week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to grab this playset for $1.
I'll buy that for $1. And you did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, man. Yeah, I have most of this.
Yeah.
Including the most of the sideboard. I have to research all my fetches, but
as long as you can fetch planes, I think you're fine.
That's correct. So yeah, I'm gonna review. I know there are some people that play like the Flagstones build. I think the Flagstones build
that's bad. That's
horrific.
A trap.
It's a trap. Don't try to ramp yourself. You're not a value deck. You are a value deck, but like you need to be a value deck that beats up on your opponent and doesn't just like do things for value.
All you need is 3 mana and you're vibing.
Yeah,
you can play 1 creature a turn. You're fine. Your creatures outpace the other creatures most of the time,
which is interesting because like it's like energy. If you think about it, it's red-white sewers for energy and Flage.
Yeah, it's also funny that everybody's calling it death and taxes, and it's not. There's no tax on this.
Well, we think on covers they're going to call it black-white blink. And everyone's like, yeah, sure, but just call it sewers. And then someone who worked for Star Cities went, yeah, we're not calling it black-white sewers on coverage. And then people got upset.
That's funny.
As they are wont to do. All right, Bill. Is there anything else you want to touch on before we get the fuck out of here?
Hollow One's the best deck.
I hate you. Hey, let me know what you think the best deck is and why it's not Hollow One.
It's Hollow One.
And yeah, let us know what you're looking forward to from the RCs this weekend, what decks you're looking forward to seeing, if they're real or not. If you try to get into the Gundam Beta event and also got hosed like Bill did, and what your thoughts on the VML / Magic Online not paying prizes to other countries, to certain countries rule is. And yeah, but that's it. We will see you next time post RCs and likely talk about their impact on the modern format going forward for at least the next few months. And until then, this is Dan saying, keep calm and spike on. Oh, also, sorry, I forgot. Actually, hold on. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment. Thank you. Now, keep calm, spike on. Bye.